Welcome to Mudding with BEAGS. This is episode 22. Gonna go to Albany, New York. This is 1908. This the 10 Eck building. EYCK? I don't know. Weird name. Let's go check it out. Let's see. If you're looking for what to look for as Mudflood, this is a classic example. You have stairs going down, and then you have the side of the building here. So this building goes into the ground. You can imagine just how ridiculous it would be to build a building like that. That makes absolutely no sense. I mean, what are you building? A moat? Are you expecting marauders? I mean, what's going on here? Got arched doorways, keystones. Wow, that's really pretty right there. That's neat. Okay, I like how they did that. This is all facade, so underneath this would be brick. So it looks like a stone building, but it's facade. Got a clock. Clocks are very expensive in this time frame here. This is cool. A little ship. Maybe a whale right there. Not sure what's going on there. That's very interesting. Hadn't seen that thing before. Got little metal poles going across here. That's interesting. I wonder what those do. Maybe some sort of safety measure. I don't know. That's strange. Big old ether tower on the top of the building there. Let's see. Got a portal. Wow, it's amazing facading right there. Mudflood windows, got the angle going down, so the mud would have flowed to the right there. You can see the Mudflood windows. More Mudflood windows here. And usually they would have covered these up with pavement lights, and they probably did cover these up with pavement lights later. 1908, this still is pretty early in pavement light construction. And here's a nice Mudflood basement business, which is that's just ridiculous. I mean, look at the angle of the street. I mean, why would you okay, imagine you've got to build this building straight. Now, you can't build the building straight. On a hill like this, you have to get down. So you'd have to dig this out, okay? Then you'd have to start building your building, and then you'd have to cover back over at an angle. Why would you just not level it out? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense why you would do that. Got pavement light there. This is in a platform. This is a common occurrence where they would build a platform and put pavement light in that. That's hollow underneath there. We already knew that because you got the grates here, but that's going into an underground window. The 10 E. Maybe they mean Tiniac. Maybe the picture's labeled wrong. Huh. Interesting. That door looks really tiny. Where's a person at? Where you at, little man? Okay. Got a little midget person. Okay, I guess he'd fit through that door. Look at that. They go in the door and then they have to go immediately upstairs. Oh, I see what they've done. They've modified this. So the original door might have been here. Zip it, Skippy. Chihuahua's raising hell. The original door would have been down here. We would have added these steps, and then they made the new first floor right here. So we would have added these steps inside too. There's a flat Earth 8-point asterisk right there. Got your Vesica Pisces right there. Vesica Pisces, however you say it. Basically 2 circles intertwined, and then they create the centerpiece there. Vesica Pisces. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but you get what I'm saying. You hear me. These windows look weird right here. These little tiny arched windows. That's strange. Let's see here. That represents the Taurus. Another Ether tower up there going on the top. That's something we added right there, those pipes. I guess those are ventilators for plumbing, maybe? That's what it kind of looks like. Huh. That's weird right there. I don't know, that's odd to me. Like they've taken something off there. Hard to tell. We would have added these awnings. That's a cool little car. Alright. Let's go over here and see what I missed over this way. There's another cool car. Look at this piece of crap. No, not talking about on the street. They got an underground entrance right here. Interesting. Wrought iron work on the windows. Coal hole cover, coal hole cover. Very cool. Cannot read the sign. See, they had to raise we would have added them stairs right there because the new first floor is here. The original first floor was, well, it might have been not even the first floor. Hard to tell how deep this goes. Why would you build like this? You wouldn't. That is just amazing. Very shellish looking there. Phoenician, maybe? Very cool. Yeah, a bunch of junk we added to the top there. Okay. I think I've looked at that one enough. This is Boston in 1906. Chickering Hall, Tremont Street. Okay, all you that looking for the horse poo, there is your horse poo. I don't know why you're so interested in the horse poo. Anyways, that is the horse that built America. He works very hard, and he carries around half a ball. I don't know where the other half of his ball is, but he built America. That is the horse that built America, no doubt. His name's Fred. Wow, look at that. That's cool. This symbol you see all over the place. This flower deal here. Look how big that freaking window is, man. Scrubbed cartouche there. Lion, Tartaria. Antiquitech lights. Got blocked up portals there, it looks like. They had a lot of shell, Phoenician. Another lion. Oh, what they got over here? See, brick. See, this is brick too. It's just covered in facade. Wow, look at the detail. Just incredible. I mean, you think what we build now is cool. That's, shoot. We're plastic people, man. Got lions all over this. That's Tartaria. And, you know, I still say that the Tartarians were in America before, when these buildings were built. A lot of these buildings were probably built by the Tartarians. And but at this point, I do not see the evidence that the United States was Tartaria. I have seen maps that showed the Tartarians were here, that they had camps here. I have seen maps where the color of the United States is the same color as Tartaria, but I have yet to see or find, and I have looked, and I have been looking for a map of the United States with the word Tartaria, Great Tartaria, Lesser Tartaria, Tartary, anything close to that in a different language, in English, in Russian, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in Chinese. I'd like to see that. If you have it, please send it to me because I'm looking for it. I'm not saying that Tartaria was not the United States. I'm saying I don't have any evidence for it. I don't have any evidence that says absolutely period point blank, look here, this is what I can show you, that Tartaria was America. Were the Tartarians in America? Yes, absolutely. You can see their footprint all over the place. There's a lion, okay? There's a lion. Here's another lion up here, okay? This is their footprint, okay? This is one of their footprint. Okay, the Phoenicians, okay? You can see all that here. But I do not have, and I cannot find, and I am looking for a map. See, that's our crap right there, Emerson College. I cannot find a map or a book or anything that says that America was Tartaria. You know, the United States is all over the world. We have embassies all over the world. We have businesses all over the world. We have our people all over the world. We build structures all over the world as the United States. But the United States is not all over the world as the United States. You don't call Spain United States. You don't call Russia the United States. You don't call China the United States or Australia, Portugal. Did I say Portugal? You know, South America, Antarctica. I don't care where you say. You don't see a big old flag that says this is America. You don't see a map that says United States over India. Okay? It's the same thing with Tartaria. If it was, show me a map. If somebody's got it out there and they're holding on to it, please show it to me. Because in my ignorance, I can't find it. I want to see it. A lot of people out there are saying, oh, Tartaria is America. Tartaria is America. Okay. Prove it. Because if it's true, I want to know. But I want some damn proof. Excuse my French. If it's true, I want to know. I don't have a problem with this being United States being Tartaria. I don't got no problem with it. That's fine with me. No big deal. That's creepy. But I want some damn proof. Okay? So if you got it, send it. Please. Next picture. Boston, 1906, Washington Street, north from Temple Place. And this little fella knows what's going on. He's blurred out, but he knows. That is Boss Man. He's taking care of things, making sure everybody's not telling anybody what's going on, because they all know. We would have added these awnings, this retractable awnings. These are our work. Little Wonders shoes. Interesting. Okay. Those are cool pillars. Oh, okay. Clothing on credit. Now this is interesting. A lot of people ask the question, you know, where did the people get their clothing from? You know, were they, you know, basically were they issued the clothing? And, you know, yeah, I think they were. I think that the clothing was left over from the previous civilization. And I think that we, you know, we just basically went into the Tartarian Walmarts and raided them and grabbed our boater hats and our bowler hats and our top hats and our, you know, tuxedos and our whatever, that, you know, these same style dresses, you know, the black skirts with the white and the big ass hats. I think we just went to the store and they just issued our class. You know, they say, okay, this person's got class. Okay, your class is this, and your class is this, and your class is this, and everybody has a class. And they had lower classes, you know. But I mean, this is interesting here. Clothing on credit. Clothing on credit. I mean, that's very interesting. They're really trying to push that idea. That's one of the biggest signs I see there. Clothing on credit, because you ain't got no money. That's interesting. Very interesting. Diamonds. Already trying to sell that crap. That big old clock right there. Got ivy growing up here. Ivy takes a long time to get there. Horse built America right here, so he gets around. His name's Fred. I've named him Fred. I don't know if that's really his name, and I don't think he gives a damn. He goes by several names, I'm sure, but I'm calling him Fred, at least today. Let me get up here and see what's going on around here. Alright, let's see. Whoa, back up. See what's going on here. Got a shell, Phoenician. Got your representation of the Taurus field there. Arched windows. Oh, look at these people here. This is very interesting. Each one of them seems different. Very interesting. I wonder what they represent. Very interesting. Jordan Marsh Company. Okay. Was this the paddy wagon for the petty thieves? I don't know what he's hauling. I mean, look at these big ass hats. And every one of them seems like it's like a uniform for the women. I mean, this same outfit. It's like, I mean, how many women not picking on the ladies, but I got to call you out. Y'all don't like wearing the same outfit. So what's this shit about? Okay? That's a uniform. If you see the same thing being worn, it's a uniform. Because people have difference. They want to be different from the other fella. Okay? One lady wants to stand out from another lady. They don't want to look like everybody else. That's human nature. What person you know that wants to wear the same exact thing is their buddy? As their girlfriend. Clocks are expensive. So, that's a uniform. And I think that it's possible that a uniform came with a class. I mean, look at this guy. His class is obviously lower. So, just interesting. Probably Antiquitech. Got an ether antenna up there. Okay. Enough rambling on that. This is Charleston, South Carolina, circa 1910. St. Philip's Church and French Huguenot Church. Huguenot. Weird. This is the Huguenot Church, I'd say, because I'm pretty sure this is St. Philip's. I have walked this very street before, and as many times as I've walked it, which is several times, I've always thought the street was very strange, because for whatever reason they built the entrance to this church right in the middle of the damn street. This street goes up here, it goes left, it goes around the front of the building, and then comes back in and goes straight again. I just don't know if I've ever seen a street that went like that anywhere else. It's very odd. This is cool. Really cool. That symbolizes something right there. Look like portals. Man, that thing is serious. And I think this thing was damaged in an earthquake, if I'm not mistaken. My memory serves. Look at that wrought iron work. That stuff's really hard to make there. This church is cool. Look at that. That's antiquitech-y looking. Man. Charleston, South Carolina throwing down with some antiquitechy stuff. You just wouldn't think it, you know, being such an old town. St. Philip's Church Home. Okay. Yeah, so this is St. Philip's. And there's a really cool, if my memory serves, to the left here, there's a really cool now cemetery. But that's just going by my memory. Here's a great example of facade, okay? These buildings are brick. Okay, that is a brick building. It doesn't look brick because it's facaded. And this is, you can see the facade is crumbling here. How old's that building? Good question. Free kindergarten. Okay. As opposed to non-free kindergarten. Okay. Don't know nothing about that. Alright. A cool light. Let's see. I don't see a whole lot else. Oh, yeah, this gate is really cool. It's a really, really beautiful gate there. I remember that thing. Okay. Alright. Washington, D.C., 1932. The image is labeled Ben Franklin Press. I don't know if that has anything to do with the piece here. This is a radiator boiler. You know what's interesting is the reason I was showing these pictures. You know, going on the theory that radium was used in the coal stoves and the boilers and things like that. You know, I kind of you kind of wonder why do they call a radiator? Maybe because of radium. Maybe the radiation. I don't know, just something interesting. But this is kind of a neat thing. I don't know. Just struck my eyes neat. It's old woodwork. Ooh, I wonder if that passcode. Whew. Okay. Can't tell what they're burning in there. I don't know. The clinker. That's funny. Clean out. I don't know. That's old stuff like that's just really neat to me. Okay, this is circa 1904. It's a dynamo room with switchboard. I just thought it was neat. I don't know. I'm not sure what all this does. It's got some funky stuff in it. I don't know. And it's got a really cool look to it. Reminds me of old, Frankenstein movies. You know, this thing, I mean, we're going to create something with this, man. Power light. That thing's just badass looking to me. I don't know. Yeah, got your wiring. I mean, that's quality wiring work right there. Wow, that is really prettied up. I can appreciate pretty wiring. That's a hell of a roof. Man, that is the right way to build right there. Good grief. Truss system out the ass. They will make sure this roof stays up. This is the thresher. That thing's serious looking. Man. I love these little lights right here, little shell lights. Phoenician, maybe? Interesting. I don't know what any of this stuff is. This is above my pay grade. That's weird. Okay. A bucket coming out. This is, I mean, whoever installed this thing, it's cool looking. I mean, this is quality work, man. Spotless, just really cool. I got another picture of the same room, different angle. Get a little better image of. I mean, that thing just looks like it will power something up right there big time. I mean, you could definitely make you a Frankenstein monster with this thing. That is just cool right there. I mean, why don't we make gauges like this anymore? Why do gauges have to be boring? Why can't we have really cool ones? Looks like a fancy ass typewriter. That thing is serious. I have no idea what that does. Some sort of power generation maybe. I don't know. Moving on. This is 1905 Union League Club, Philadelphia, with a nice carbon arc lamp out front. Okay, so that would be the carbon arc lamp. Damn, that thing is serious. I'm gonna make sure that thing gets juiced up. Why do you need to put that decoration on that lamp right there? That looks like a fasciste right there. A fire hydrant. Keystone. Arched window. We probably added this here, this business. Mudflood windows. Why would you put your windows on ground level? So somebody just walk up and kick them in. Oh, and then as an afterthought, well, that was a bad idea. Let's put bars on them. And then you keep doing it all over the world. I mean, at some point, somebody should have got the idea that that is a terrible idea. Somebody, somewhere, some genius. I mean, didn't we have like a guy named Einstein supposed to be real smart? Don't you think he could have gone, look, contractors, you really should quit building windows below ground because it's really stupid. I mean, I know you think that this is right, but maybe you should not do it that way because it's, stupid. And I'm Einstein, and you're stupid. But that never happened, I guess. Maybe Einstein's stupid. Maybe Einstein's bullshit. Ever think of that? I have. Anywho. Da 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 da. That's really cool. Very intricate. Wow. That is just, if you understood how stuff like this is made, you'd really appreciate it more. It's kind of fleur-de-lis looking. Look at that Antiquitech. Good gravy. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm gonna suck it up with that. Man. Ain't nobody gonna get this. We're gonna have it all sucked up off that one tower. Big old smokestack, quote unquote, which ain't a smokestack. That's very interesting. Look right there. Got an Antiquitech antenna right here with nothing on top. Very suspect. That's weird looking. Why would that don't look right to me? That looks like they chopped it off or something. Photoshopped it something. Oh man, they ain't gonna let me see the top of that one. There's another one. Okay, let's see. What we got here? Was that supposed to be George Washington? What are you doing, weirdo? He's just weird. That is a pretty light. Wish that was clear. Torus field. Well, that's odd. Huh. Does that... Huh. Looks like they're it looks like they removed something right here. I don't know. That's odd looking. That might be a line right there. Too hard to tell. That is weird how they just put that one little. They got any of that do that? No. Okay. He looks like he's looking down into a hole, doesn't he? He's like, let's get that basement cleared out, all that mud, man. Get all the stuff out, we'll sell it, we'll hawk it, and then we'll get all that mud out, and we'll let it out to some poor family. Suckers. They'll believe anything. That's boss man right there. Look how they're having respect and admiration for the boss man. Well, yeah, okay. I was looking for something. Anywho, classes, something, I can't read it. Look how like that phone pole's not straight. It's not straight because we can't build straight. We didn't build this stuff. We didn't build this stuff, y'all. I mean, you know, picture in your head from when you were young. Go back and think about your family and how they told you about what life was like around 1900, 1910, 1920. Go further back if you can, and picture in your mind what their world, what their life was like. Did it look like this? I don't think so. It didn't look like this in my mind. I know I thought they were very simple, you know. When I think of that time period, I think more kind of like this. Square and boxy and plain and not much detail. I don't think of that. I don't think of this in 1905 as being the world that was here. I don't think of this either. 1906, the Chicago Club. That would be Chicago. And yes, Chicago was mud flooded. The city streets were raised. That's a cool one. Got your fire hydrant. And let's get back on this building. Mud flood windows all across the bottom. Because that makes sense. Oh, beautiful archway. Oh, goodness. We would have added this door frame here. This isn't right. See, it goes up. You got more stairs going up. So you're going up to the new first floor up here. Absolutely retarded. Chicago Musical College. Looks like musical is spelled with a V. I don't know. Weird looking. Ornate door. Got vents going into the underground right here and here. Wow, that's just crazy. There's Fred the Horse. He built America. In case you didn't know him. You'll get to know him. He gets around. He built all this shit, you know. This is all facade too, by the way. That's very Moorish looking, this building right here. Very Moorish looking. With this turrets going on here. Look at the detail there. That's cool. Huh. Let me get over here. Got a little guy going there. A, maybe? Oh, no, that's a compass. Triangle or a pyramid. A cross. A bowling ball? I don't know what that is. That's weird looking. Not gonna let me see the other side. How rude. I mean, seriously. Oh, who we got here? Huh. Why am I thinking Dante's Inferno and Da Vinci? I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Wow, look at that thing. How they ripped the head off this one. And the arms. That's odd. That looks like maybe a guitar. I don't know. Odd. Wow. Detail there. That's just incredible work. I mean, you just can't tell me that these primitive ass people driving these horses and carts are the ones that built that. That dog don't hunt. Sorry. It just doesn't work. That is a badass light pole right there. Damn. And that's another thing. I mean, they took these light poles out all over the world and just scrapped them. You know, why'd they do that? Oh, we need scrap iron for the war. You have no, love of history? I mean, you got Mudflood when it's here. Fred's cousin, Fred's other cousin, Fred's cousin, late second removed, first cousin, second cousin, third cousin. It's all Fred's cousins. And there's Fred's girlfriend over here. She's a little bit wiggly, so she didn't get on camera too good. Fred is the horse that built America. Because, all this was built with horses. In case you didn't know. And carts. And no power. I'm just saying. No horses. I mean, no electrical. No circular saws. No nail guns. No building cranes. Antiquitech right here. They might have had power. They might have had power. Maybe they were stealing power back then. Maybe they were just hiding all the tools. I don't know. I'm just saying. Day and night school. Arched windows. Pyramids. Symbology. National Hotel. That looks like a raised rail there. Wow, that's weird. That building just disappears into the sky. Very odd. Look at the detail on that building. Ooh. Look at the Antiquitech, man. That's their antenna. Wow. Yeah. Does that really look like the world that you picture in your mind and, circa 1900? I mean, not me. In America. This is America. This ain't Europe, people. We ain't talking about Russia. We're talking about America. USA. USA. USA, you fucking morons. Circa 1907. Courthouse, Columbus, Ohio. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe we are in Europe. That's it. That's what this is. We're in Europe. I've got it figured out again. You know, this thought just keeps recurring to me. I keep thinking, you know, these aren't pictures from America. These are Europe. And it's just a figment of our imagination that this is America. Or Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, Columbus discovered America, my ass. I think about every other country in the world discovered America before Columbus did. Look into that. When did Columbus set foot in America? North America. I'm just wondering. And why do we call America America? Is it because of Columbus? No. Maybe it was called America when it was, you know, in the old world. Ever think of that? Something to ponder. Anywho, these weird pieces here in the concrete. I don't know what that's about. That is a humongous sidewalk. You know what that tells me is that this is probably underground right here. This is probably a vault. I bet you if you got into this building, you'd find out that there's something under this. I don't know, just a hunch. It's like hitching post and Tickle-Tech lights. We would have added these stairs. See, that's really weird right there. That doesn't belong in that stair. That doesn't look right. It's because we would have built these stairs right here. And we might have possibly dug them up and brought them higher. I don't know. Hard to tell. That is just incredible architecture. Looks Phoenician. Just incredible. I mean, you know, let's put windows so close to the ground that we have to put iron bars on them. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Mail pouch. Got pyramid shape, pyramid, portals. Thinking of India right there. Laurel. Look at this. It says this is antenna. This is like fractal antennas or something. I mean, this is all bringing in. It's like a fence, you know, that catches the ether. Got you probably a mercury ball in there. Yeah, this is why we don't put flags on poles, people. If you've ever owned a flag, you know that you cannot leave it up. You have to take it down. Why do you think you're supposed to take a flag down at night? You put it up, you take it down. You put it up, you take it down. Because a flag cannot withstand being on a pole. And it also gives them a really good excuse to change out the flag for a new flag when you ain't looking and it's off the pole. Just saying, you don't put flags on pole because they do this. The wind tears them up. Okay, sometimes it happens faster than others. I've seen flags go in very quick time frames. Okay. They do not last on poles. It's ridiculous. Diamond symbology. Keep coming back to this. This chimney is just incredible. It's not a chimney, but that's what they'll call it. Maybe these are capacitors. Very interesting. Just incredible architecture. Just absolutely mind-boggling, amazing architecture. You know, what have they got in here that they want it? It's like maybe it's a bell, or Why do they need the air in there? Why they need the sound to come out? You know, maybe it is a bell. I don't know. Clocks are expensive. I mean, that's incredible. This shape right here really screams Indian dot not feather to me. Oh, Lady Justice. Whatever. Yeah. That's what they tell you. Anywho, let's see what else we got. Liquor. Well, that is helpful. We can at least wash away our, thoughts that this building was not built by us with our liquor. Wholesale. Look at that. Yes. Okay. Rye Club Rye, Eastern Star. Old Mill, Ferndale, Valley Run, Windsor Town, Gino. Okay. Got something there on the ground. Looks like maybe trap doors going into the basements. Big old church back there. Big old steeple. I just want to take one last look at that thing. That thing is just incredible. We've got train tracks here. Trolley tracks, excuse me. I like train tracks for a second there. And that's not him. I'm looking for balls. Oh, we missed these lights too. Woo. Those are crazy looking cool. They certainly go with that building. Man, these things are cool. That's Boss Man. I'm gonna give that's Boss Man right there. Shadow Boss Man. He works in the shadows. And we're gonna go to Cleveland, 1912. This is the Rockefeller Building on Superior Avenue. So Rockefeller, if I'm not mistaken, memory serves, lived in Cleveland, had a home in Cleveland. And yeah, so they gave him this building as, they designated this building a Rockefeller building, which is horseshit. They stole it. This building's interesting. It's got this business going on right up here. Hard to see what it is. Interesting though. This is kind of on the outskirts of the city limits, downtown area. I believe over to the west of downtown, if memory serves. Pretty plain looking for the most part up top. I'm just showing it to you just so you can get an idea. But down here, this is all metal facade. So this is really intricate work here, but this is all metal. It's not stone or anything like that. So that's a cool little car right there. I like that. And this is a pavement light right here in front of the building. So that goes into the ground. You got ventilation into the build underneath, ventilation there. All that's ventilation. You got to have air in the basement. This is Fred. He's the horse that built America, in case you haven't seen him before. He works really hard. He builds all this shit, It's his job. He's really good at it. He hauls all this material around and delivers it. I ignore this little guy. He ain't doing nothing. This little fella, he's the real guy. See, he's already unloaded and everything. There's the Clockwork Orange guys. I'd say that's Boss Man right there. He looks like Boss Man. I mean, just the scale of this is just stupid. That is just cool looking. Look at that, man. I don't know, that might be Boss Man. He's at work. Boss Man at work. I mean, what are you taking a picture of my building for? Pavement light there. Boater hat. Boater hat. Boater hat history is interesting. You should look into that. Pavement light there. Cool lights. Pavement light. Pavement light. Oh, ladder lean. How about that? Okay. Cigars, arched windows, arched windows. Oh, that's weird. Look at that pipe going around the side of the building. That's pretty wild. There's a ladder we added. That wouldn't have been original. Well, we had to figure out some way to get on the buildings. Okay, what else we got here? Got a lady in uniform. Wendell House. A lot of arched windows. Some big old thing back there. Okay. Anywho, this building is still there today. I'm sure of that. It's definitely still there. I'm not sure if it still has this facade on it. I don't think it does. I could be wrong about this, but I think I remember they brutalized this building. But I'm not sure. Anyways, Detroit, 1906, Harper Hospital. Because we need a hospital that is so beautiful you'll get well. We'll jab you with needles and cut things off of you and stick things in you and put band-aids on it, and it'll be all better because you'll come out of the hospital and you'll look at this building and you'll feel better because we built you such a pretty hospital. I don't know. They just look guilty to me. I don't know why. I mean, what in the world? They got a cage? What are they hauling around? They need that. Look at this fella. I mean, these fellas just look like they're just up to no good. I don't know what they're up to. Is that a block of ice? I don't know. That's odd. A hitching post. Okay, let's get over here to some Mudflood windows. Right here, Sam. In case you need some of those. That's a portal. Wrought iron on the window there. Beautiful tops. Antiquity. Mudflood windows. Mudflood windows. Antiquitech. It was all over the place back then. Not now. It's just a wicked hitching post. Those columns are just cool. More Mudflood windows there. Arched windows. You look like you up to no good too. Why does everybody look like they're up to no good around here? I don't know. Moving on. Lake George, New York, 1908. Grand Piazza, Fort William Henry Hotel. And a couple things about that I thought were interesting. Just the freaking scale of this porch is just, to give you an idea. Look at the scale of that. Does that add up? It's just, it don't add up to me. I don't know. Got our uniforms. Everybody's got their uniform. These are lower class uniforms. I can't think of a rocking chair without thinking that movie, The Patriot, with Mel Gibson trying to make a rocking chair. They weren't like this, but That scene really cracked me up. And that movie's full of horseshit. So, you know. Anyways, I used to like that movie until I realized that our American history is just a load of crap. But anywho, oh my goodness, look at the detail on that. That I certainly would not want to be the fella that had to make that. No doubt. I wouldn't want to be the fella that had to install that. Look at the freaking detail on that. I mean, that's got to be 3D printed. I mean, how do you make that? Out of stone? I don't know. How do you make it out of wood? I don't know. I mean, concrete? I don't know. How do you make that without breaking it? And then how do you get it shipped? And then how do you install it? And then how do you keep, like, I don't know, things from breaking it off? So I don't know. That just don't, yeah, it don't make no sense. Anyways, I don't know if there's anything else to look at here, but these iron benches have always stood out to me for some reason. I don't know why. Who knows? Anyways, Lower Manhattan, 1903, Wall Street and Trinity Church, New York. Let's see. This would be Trinity Church here. Gas lamp. Is that supposed to be George Washington? That looks like Boss Man right there. Look at this fella. I mean, he looks straight up comic book. Coal hole cover right there. Look at the wrought iron, man. That's BAD badass. Damn. Damn, that's crazy looking. I mean, that's straight up a hookah. You just step right up and grab the hose, and you are smoking the hookah. Look at those lights. Damn. I mean, seriously. Who the hell's funding this stuff? I mean, come on, man. I know this is New York, and I know that the robber barons are, you know, knee deep in this place, but seriously, do you think the robber barons got to be robber barons by building shit like this? No, they're too stingy for that. Did Rockefeller give out dollar bills? No, he gave out dimes, baby. Dimes. Here, poor person, I'll give you a dime. I know a dime was worth more back then, but seriously, you rich as shit, and you gonna give people dimes, you son of a bitch. Anyways, wait a minute, let me stay on this. I'm on that pyramid. I get sidetracked talking about these old robber baron son bitches. I think these flagpoles here were taken off the roofs. And these probably had mercury in them at one time. Just my thoughts. If you care to hear them, you don't care to hear them, there's a mute button. That's a lion right there. That's Tartaria. Da 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 dee da. Okay. Trinity Church, real antiquity. If you go look at just Google Earth, I mean, Trinity Church does not belong where it is. It just don't look right. It don't go with its surroundings. Something's just definitely up with that church. Almost like it's one of those things they would have loved to gotten rid of because it was a little bit too important, but for some reason they couldn't. And I don't know why. I don't know. It's always stood out to me that is a really weird place. And over here, what we got? Until you see the wrought iron, that means there's Mudflood behind it. And you'll see right down below there's stairs going down to the Mudflood. Hot dogs. Get your hot dogs. Did they have hot dogs at this stage? I don't know. Leather Manufacturers National Bank. Leather manufacturers. Well, who's making this shit up? I mean, seriously. Leather manufacturers need their own bank. Okay, that's a little weird. That's a little odd. Okay. Dreckel Building. Okay. What a weird building. Got some sort of statue there. It's interesting. And let's go up here and see what we got. Oh, can't see. Maybe scrub cartouches. Maybe capacitor. Those look. Yeah, I can't tell if those are. Those look like fish to me. Could be lions. Hard to tell. I can't tell. I don't know. Portals. Reminds me of those series of unfortunate event movies where they move the eye window around and catch things fire. Not saying that's what they are, just reminds me of that. Diamond symbology. Another portal here. I wonder why they took those out. There's a reason they took those out. They took the portals out for some unknown reason. I don't know why. I think Fred is in here somewhere. Fred right there. That's Fred back there. He's hard at work today. He got to build all this, you know. He built New York. Fred the horse. Fred the horse that built America. Yep. And this is New Haven, Connecticut, 1905. Divinity School. Yale University. Oh boy, Yale. Awful lot of elitist history there. Okay. Big old arch. In case you need to store a giant. And okay, that's just wild looking. I mean, you know, you could go, if you turned it, you know, one direction or other, you end up with a Star of David. That's interesting. As above, so below. That is wild looking. Very interesting. Symbol there. Pyramid. Huh. Mudflood windows. Mudflood windows here. Those are probably Mudflood windows there. More here. Obviously, we've raised the porch here to get away from the Mudflood windows on the side, because we can't have that. Now, what horse crap you got here? And I'm not talking about horse crap in the street. I'm talking about horse crap right here that we're building. I don't care about the horse crap in the street. I don't know why anybody else does either. Horses crap, that's what they do. And the little fella comes by with a shovel and a bucket, and he picks it up. What are they doing there? That is weird. That is strange right there. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, anyways. I don't know. Let's see what we got going. Boss man's over here hanging out, getting ready to go do his boss manning. Cool arc lamp. Diamond symbology. That's wild looking. I wonder what that is. I don't know. Antiquitech up here. That's so cool. More Antiquitech. Alrighty. New York, 1901. Up Broadway. The St. Paul and Park Row buildings, world's tallest at the time. I'm assuming they're talking about that. With big old antennas on top. Because why would you put a flag up there? It's the world's tallest building, and you're down here. Do you really think you're going to be able to see the flag up here and enjoy it? And what would be the point? I wonder how tall those statues are. Those freaking things are huge. Those are badass cupolas right there. That's a monster. Good grief. Why would you build like this? I just don't even... What the hell? Some kind of structure going in between. I've not seen that before. Very interesting. A lot of detail on the outside of the building. I wonder if they stripped these buildings. Doesn't that look a little bit too damn plain? It don't look right. That looks like it's been stripped. I mean, look at the quality. That don't even make sense. Look at the quality of this section here. Okay, and then look at the top. Big, nice top. But then this here, just plain brick, like it's been stripped. I don't know. Got a mercury ball right there. Very interesting. Oh, I thought that said Monsanto. Oh my God, no! No! Please, somebody just wipe Monsanto off the face of the universe, please. Anybody? I don't care who. I just don't care. Get rid of them somehow, some way. Why are they still here? Why? Why do we allow them to be in our world? Do you know how many people they've killed? Do you know how many lives Monsanto has taken across the world? I mean, why do we allow them to be in business? Why? I want you to think about that. I want that to keep you up at night. I want you to think about that long and hard. Why do we allow Monsanto to be in business? They should have been out of business a long time ago. This is really cool right here. That's crazy looking right there. Antennas, mercury ball right there. Okay, let me regroup here, see where we are. Those are cool arches there. Look at the detail on that. There's no reason to have this on buildings. Not 1901, man. What would be the point? There's no point to this. The money, the labor, the effort, it just would. You know, capitalism is about making more money than the other fella. Do you think you're gonna make more money than the other fella by building beautiful arches on your buildings? No, you're gonna make less money. Do you really think the people on the inside of the building care what the outside looks like? No, they don't. It's like a shell. What I'm saying is capitalism would have ruled over the idea that these buildings needed to look like this. In this time frame now. Now today, you know, it's easier to build things. We have you know, a lot better technology to build things by the official record. Let me stress that. So I'm talking about if you go by the official story, this does. What the hell is that? Oh, well, at least we know which way, north, south, east, and west, the ether's coming from. Every direction. It surrounds you, man. That looks very phoenixy right there. That thing is just crazy. That is quackers right there. No doubt. But anyways, you wouldn't build a building like this in this time frame. It doesn't add up. It doesn't work. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, Fred, he did all the work. This horse right here, he built America. Okay? He hauled around his little wagon all this. Okay? Plus, you know, many other cities. Oh, yeah, and around the world. No, we'll just, you know, Fred, he only built America. We're not even going to let him give him credit for Europe and Russia and China and India. We're not going to give him credit for that because he ain't that good. He's the horse that built America. Now, his cousin, Wilbur, built Russia. Of course, it's probably some other name in Russian. I don't know. Soda. Today we call it a Coke. Old World. Today we call it Tartaria. It's a Band-Aid, people. Do you ask for a strip of gauze with sticky stuff on it that you can put on your boo-boo? No, you ask for damn Band-Aid. That's why I'm not saying Old World. I don't want to confuse you, make you think I'm talking about Europe. I'm talking about Tartaria. Okay? That's why I say Tartaria. I'm talking about the real old world, not the old world you read about in school. That world doesn't exist. It's a figment of your fucking imagination, people. Time to move on. Third rail system here. And a lot of people walking down the road. Clock. A lot of clocks around. But those were very expensive back then, supposedly. Kings. A lot of antennas on here. A lot of trolleys. Good gracious, I can't even count all the trolleys. I could, but I ain't going to. If you want to count them, the pictures are in the description. As always. That way you can go and look around these pictures all you want to. A little detail right there is interesting. Okay. And this is New York also. This is the 1904 Asana. I'm not pronouncing that. Asana. I'm not pronouncing that right. Anyways, this is apartment buildings. It's the Beaux Arts Wedding Cake, which still stands at Broadway and West 73rd Street. Oh, they'll have it torn down by next year, don't worry. And they call this the Wedding Cake. Okay. Let's go see what we got going on over here. That's cool. Moorish to me. See, this awning covers how big that door is. Tricks of me mind. And all this wrought iron work probably says that there's holes down here they don't want you to fall into. Oh man, this thing. You know what this reminds me of? What's that fella that made the cakes with the power tools? A cake, what was that guy's name? He decorated I can't remember. There was a guy. He entered these cake competitions. He built cakes with power tools. That's what this reminds me of. This is a power tool cake building. Oh, that's right. They didn't have power tools. There's Fred. See, he's on the job again. He's always working. I mean, he's got to build this, you know. That's his job. Okay, sorry. You already know that. Anywho, and these buildings are just freaking incredible, man. How in the world could you possibly in 1904? Oh yeah, this is 1904, so this would have been built previously. Before 1904, build this. Okay. I got a car. I got a horse and a cart and a hammer. And I'm going to build this. I'm basically one step above Stone Age. And I'm going to build this. I mean, I'd like to see the blueprints, please. Because I don't think that we could build this. I really don't. I really scrub these cartouches off and have portals on my buildings and a cupola. You know, it's interesting that they have the same stuff all over the world. Cupolas, portals, arched windows. This stuff's all over the world. When you see that, you know there's a link. It's like the ancient stone structures where they had the interlocking blocks, and they had the metal interlocking pieces that were in between the stones that locked them together. You know, and they're all across the world. You know there's a link. You know, there has to be. On some level, there's a link. Look at that mean dude. Good grief, he's mean looking. That is a mean looking sucker right there. Why would you put such a mean looking sucker on such a beautiful building? Oh man. Jeez. He's just mean, hateful looking. I mean, who in the hell can afford to live in that thing? Do you personally know anybody that can afford to live here? I mean, I'm going to tell you truth. I have known some very famous and very wealthy people in my lifetime, and I will assure you, they built their own home. Multiple of them. Okay? They're not going to pay to live in this. Why would you? Do you think Rockefeller's going to live here? No. Rockefeller's going to have his own house, which he stole, but he's going to supposedly build it himself. He's not going to live in this. So who's living here? This is an apartment. Who do you think is going to have the scratch to live here? Queen Victoria? I mean, and then we're going to, okay, then we're going to put this piece of shit beside this. I mean, you want to talk about the neighborhood going downhill? I mean, damn. Really? Does that make any sense? That makes no sense. Look at the freaking windows on that thing. How do you cut the glass for that in 1900? Or do you have like wee little people that get in there with little tiny glass cutters and they've got really delicate ability to turn glass cutting tools? I mean, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Dear contractor, I'd like a quote on building this, please. please, at your earliest convenience. I'd like to see blueprints, and I'd like you to get it built very quickly because I don't have long to build this, and I want you to come in under budget. Yep, and you can use Fred, the horse that built America. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go to the Washington Monument in 1943. Let's see, it says the tan line a third of the way up shows where construction resumed in the 19th century after a hiatus of many years, which is weird because I've seen other obelisk and bell towers that had the same phenomena where they were only half built. But you can see the line here. So that's really strange that that phenomenon is happening. I don't know, it's just one time's, you know, odd, but when it happens over and over again, I can't help seeing this building now, you know, and not thinking about Dan Brown's book, The Lost Symbol, which if you haven't read it, just take the Da Vinci Code and throw it out, because The Lost Symbol is the bomb diggity. Check that book out. A lot of truth drops in there. Very cool book. You have to wonder, okay, when they made Da Vinci Code the movie, okay, let me back up. First, Dan Brown wrote Angels and Demons, and then he came out with Da Vinci Code, and they made the movie to Da Vinci Code first. Then they made Angels and Demons. Then he came out with the Lost Symbol book. Then they came out with Inferno, and they were going to make the Lost Symbol book, but they didn't. They made Inferno, which is crap. And as far as I know, they're still not planning on making the Lost Symbol. You have to wonder why. Maybe you should go read that book. It's a great read. Anyways, Philadelphia, circa 1908, Hotel Walton, Broad Street. And Boss Man is over here doing some boss manning. I am Boss Man right here. Yep, he's definitely Boss Man. No doubt, no doubt. Oh, sorry. Got Fred and his cousin Wilbur working together in unison. Must be a big job. Philadelphia must have been more naked handled. They had to call in 2 horses. Yep. Anyways, looks like a Mudflood winner right there. And oysters. Oh wow, an old saloon door. Wow. How's that go with the horse crap story of the Wild Wild West? Yeah. Let's see. That's a crazy looking sign. Huh. Almost looks 3D. That's wild looking. Arched windows. Antiquitech up here. Got onion style dome with a big old ether antenna, mercury ball, blah blah blah. Oh, let's see. Some sort of symbol there. Let's see. You always got these teeny tiny trees. Ain't never no trees. Real trees. This ain't a real tree. Okay, that's something you get at Lowe's or Home Depot. That's not a tree. A tree's a little bigger. Does that look like a tree? No, that's not a tree. That's a sapling. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Right there. Damn. I just, ugh. See, we don't got the talent to do this. Who we, Bob Ross? Okay. Man. Okay, this thing just keeps going on up. Oh, you know, we installed that. Antennas all over the place. Man, this is just old world screaming and yelling. That thing looks straight out of Europe right there. That right there is straight European. I don't know what that thing is right there. That's wild looking. That is a very strange piece of architecture right there. That is really stare at that for a second. That is really weird how that all goes together. That, man, that is weird. Look how it all links together, but it doesn't, it's not the same. That is very strange. That's interesting right there. That's a very Moorish looking building. Mudflood windows. Okay, what else we got here? Look at these big onion domes here, man. Arc light, antennas. Look at this back here. Good grief. Broad Street Theater. I've definitely seen this area before from a different angle. I think I was looking more straight down the street. That's one thing about these pictures is I find a lot of them that are taken at the same time at different angles, so you get different views of them, which is really neat. This is Portland, Maine, 1910, Congress Street, looking north. And it's got pavement light here, 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 here. Coho covers right there. Mechanics Hall. I see a lot of mechanics banks, which I think is strange. Why were they called mechanics banks? I don't know. Man, arched windows with keyholes, with keystones. Excuse me. Transoms above the windows right here. Transom glass. That's prism that would shoot the light back into the building. Just the detail, man. This is in Maine. I've been to Portland. Portland, beautiful. I don't remember any of this. Antiquitech up here. You know, in Maine, I'll tell you a little Maine secret. I went to Maine and I went out to this little lighthouse out on the coast to get me some Maine lobster, because, you know, that's what you do in Maine. And got me my lobster. Now, I'm a big boy now. Let me preface by saying that. And I got me my lobster, and I sat down, I ate it, and I got done, and there's this old timer sitting there looking at me and kind of grinning at me. And he says, "Son, you still hungry, ain't you?" I said, "Yeah, man, that little lobster didn't do nothing for me." He goes, "Get the clams, son, get the clams." I said, "You know, I like clams, but I'm not, it's just not something, I'm just not hungry for clams." He goes, "No, no, no. Where are you from?" I said, "North Carolina." He said, "Oh, no, 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 no. I'm talking about Maine clams, son." He said, "Order the clams." So I said, "All right, I'll order the clams." And I'd ordered them clams, and them clams were as big as my fist. They were huge. And boy, they were good. So my suggestion to you is, don't get the lobster. Get the clams. Real good. That's my main advice for you. But Maine is beautiful 3 months out of the year. Go during the summer, you'll love it. Beautiful. Anywho, not that anyone cares, but I think they took this off the roof here and put it on the side of the building. Does that look right? It doesn't look right. That's just my opinion. I don't think that they're right. What do they got? Obelisk phone poles now? Some kind of statue right there. There's Fred right there. He's back there hanging out and getting the Horse that Built America done. You know, he's got to get this place built, man, because pretty soon, you know, China's going to come over here and going to want it all back. You know. This dude, he's just straight up on the job. That's an interesting looking fellow right there. New York studio. Trapdoor going to the basement right there. Transom glass right here. That's the prisms that shine the light into the building. That's odd. What the heck is that? Some kind of weird... Is that a light? I don't know what that is. Got more transoms here. More here. Oh, that's cool. You can see how they did the side, the brickwork here where it goes out further and further and further. That's really cool looking. Very interesting. That's a good shot of that. Make sure we see everything. That's a cool car. Run, buddy. I think that's Bossman right there. Okay. Atlantic City Boardwalk, 1908. Hotel Dennis and the Marlborough Bellum at the right. And let's go see. This Bossman out of work right here. What are y'all staring at? That's the man, you know. Entrance to the Bass. Here's where they keep those rolling chairs. If you've seen pictures of Atlantic City and the people being pushed around in the motorless golf cart looking things. Kind of weird, but unique shop. Okay. Hotel Dennis. Big D. Look at that little antiquitech. Interesting. It's like a portal there. Big old antenna. And let's go over here. Arch doorways. I wonder if these are wood frame constructions or if... I imagine they are. Those chimneys look added to me. I don't know. Hard to tell. Wish that was better detailed. Big old arch. That is beautiful construction. Antennas. It's a weird thing there. That was something we added. That don't even look right. Look how short the railing is. It's too short. That don't look right. Looks like they knocked this out right here. You know what? I think that is an added fire escape, because the same horse crap's right here going up. Boys at the beach. That laurel leaf there. That's beautiful right there. Good grief. Pyramid. Very cool. A lot of detail on a seaside building. Florist. Get flowers for you, lady. Well, that's a heck of a uniform. And got fishes here. Look, Phoenician, shell Phoenician, diamond symbology. I don't know what the heck that thing is. Like kind of dragonish looking thingy. Man, I don't know. Big old arch. Star, diamond symbology. Yeah, this thing they had to tear down, you know. A seashell there. Looks like a crab. Well, that's odd. Cupola. Very antiquity. Diamonds all over it. Diamonds are old world symbology. Yeah, they had to tear that Marlborough building down. That had to go. That was too ugly to keep up. Here's another shot. 1908. Shelburne, Dennis, Marlborough hotels. This is, you know, they call this a boardwalk, but basically it's a viaduct. They call it a boardwalk, I think, because it's you walk on it, mainly. But it's the same thing as a viaduct. It's a raised platform. And they do it because you got mudflood windows down here, and they're trying to keep a new ground level. And the easiest way they came up with was to add what they called a boardwalk, which is a viaduct, which is a raised platform. Look at the scale of those porches. Those things are massive. Jeez. What they're doing. Got a 8-point asterisk here. My symbol for flat earth. It's that same hotel we were just looking at. Post ceiling. There's that weird, yeah, that's a fire escape ladder. That's what that is. That's why I thought that looked weird. Okay. Yep. Shell up there. The Phoenician portals. Another portal. Another shell. Wow, look at that. That's just, what's the point of that? You know? I mean, I know they'll call these lightning rods, but I don't know. Beautiful brickwork there. Diamond symbology in them. As above, so below. Shells. Phoenician. Antiquitic antennas. Yeah, this marble, this had to go. They couldn't have you. Now they took something off here. I don't know what, but that don't look right. Why would you make a beautiful building like that with everything's rounded at the top and have square tops? That doesn't make sense. They took something off there. I mean, this thing, yeah, I don't remember when they demolished this building, but it's gone. They got rid of it. Had to. You can't have stuff like this hanging around. It's too hard to explain, you know. People were probably asking too many questions. Portland, Maine. Again, 1910, Fidelity Trust Building, Congress Street. Got your trolley. Got a Mudflood road here. See that? Why would you build your building like that? Yeah, we had this stupid signage here. Scrubbed cartouches. That looks Phoenician there. Diamond symbology right here. Whoa, mama. Jeez. Portland, Maine. What is going on in Portland that you need this type of structure? No offense to Portland. I'm just saying, in 1910, what did y'all have going on that required this? Look at the size of that chain. It's ridiculous. Fire hydrant. Yeah, Fred's over here working. You can't see him too good. He's there. He's always there. You just can't see him. Not today. No soup for you. Okay. Wow. Super cool. Detroit River, circa 1910, sinking last tubular section, Michigan Central Railroad Tunnel. I just thought this was weird. I don't know. What's he got? A pipe organ? I mean, was he going to turn the crank and make some music? What's going on there? And what's this contraption? Okay, this. What does that do? It's got a ladder climbing up to it. Okay, so this is the tunnels, and it's boarded up. Gotcha. Okay. Like a wagon, well, like a wheel, like a steamboat wheels. Okay. All right. Now that I'm looking at it, it's making sense. Okay. Get my eyes open. We'll be good to go, people. That's just, I ain't never seen it done this way. It's a new one on me. Maybe these are ballast here. I don't know. That's neat. The Motor City 1905 Detroit Opera House and Palmer Fountain, also called the Merrill Fountain. And fountains are a part of the Antiquitech system. Got Tartarian Lion. La-di-da. Venetian Shell. This reminds me of Fasciste, but I don't think it is. It just reminds me of it. Portals. Big old doorway. See how we modified the doors inside? Entrance. They want to draw that eye away from everything. Vaudeville. I'm giving him boss man because he's just got big old horse cojones standing on outside the building like that. Just hang out. Flat Earth asterisks right there, in case you needed that. That looked like that one's lit up. How about that? That's one I ain't seen before. Fleur-de-lis. Don't know what that is. Kind of looks like a pine cone, which is also. Is that the Templar Theater? Seriously? Wonderland. What the hell they got going on here? Your choice. I got some wackadoodle stuff going on in that building right there. That has got some weirdness going on. Interesting symbology there. Laurel leaf of control, as Martin would say. Antiquitech, possible capacitors, Detroit Opera House. I mean, you can definitely see our work compared to the old world work. That's our work. See how ugly it is? Juxtaposed right over old world. Can you tell the difference? Can anyone tell the difference between what we can build and what they could build? I'm just saying. Juxtaposition. That's cool looking. Portal, portal, portal. That is just crazy looking. Just amazing. I think that's Bossman right there. Union line. Oh no, that's right. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Bossman out here with his big cojones. I get lost in all these buildings. Well, Fred is here. He's right here. You can't see. He's got his tail end right there. That's the Horse to Build America. Lakeshore, Michigan Central, New York Central Lines, Union Ticket Office. Fine art wares. Okay. Oh, those are cool windows. Beautiful arches. Yep. I mean, you can just really juxtaposition that our stuff versus their stuff. You know, old versus new. It's absolutely amazing. And we're going to Toledo, Ohio, 1909. And this is Madison Avenue. That's Boss Man right there. Junior Boss Man, Junior Boss Man, Boss Man in training. And this is their competition heading towards them. They're getting ready to fight. Gonna fight over who controls this realm and the arc lights that they stole. And the Tuxedo Club. Okay. Bodie House Drugstore. Alright. That's the G store. So it's hard to see what they've covered. These awnings just cover so much. They did not want you to see this stuff. They put all this crap over it. So the first thing your eye sees is that. You totally missed the Phoenician shell sitting there. They don't want you to see that. Why would you, seriously, why would you design your building like this and then add these stupid fire escapes to the outside of the building? Why would you not put the fire escape inside the building, like a stairway that was surrounded in a way that it wouldn't burn like we do today? Just a thought. This is an afterthought. We did this. We added the fire escapes. 1870. I-870 maybe? Maybe, yeah, maybe. Portals. Looks like they took something off the top of that. That doesn't look like it should be flat. Good gravy, what is that? Oh, that's badass. Crazy, man. Toledo, Ohio. I mean, seriously? I keep thinking that word is booty, not booty. Ooh, I don't know which is better. Oh, naughty. Okay. Anywho. Oh, wow. It's just, I mean, seriously. Toledo? Oh, man. Oh, there's Fred. I figure he's around here somewhere. Fred, that's the horse that built America. In case you don't know Fred. If you've listened to me run my mouth more than once, you've probably heard of Fred or the horse that built America and arc lights. Yep. 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 Let's put our flags up there so they can be destroyed. That makes sense. Phoenician, laurel leaf of control, scrub cartouche, la-di-da, antiquitic antennas. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And what do we got arrows for? Fast freight. Okay. These are transom prism lights. National Bank. Oh, we got a ladder. See, that's what we built this all with. Ladders. Yeah. That makes sense. What's that saying? I believe that when my shit turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet. Yeah. The snozberries taste like snozberries. Stuff is just nuts, man. I mean, look at that right there. Why put that there? What purpose do these simple ass people have for that? They don't. Looks like coffins. They look like a coffin. That's really weird looking. And the detail of that building right there, that's crazy. I don't know. This is Union Square with Naval Monument and St. Francis Hotel in the aftermath of the San Francisco quote-unquote earthquake, otherwise known as dew attack. And yeah, because fire destroys brick. You know, that's what it does. Every time I've seen a building made out of brick catch on fire, it always crumbles into a million little pieces. You know, because fire destroys brick. Down to the little nugget. This guy's like, what in the hell has my government done now? Because I know they done this. I do. I don't know how to prove it. He's thinking, how do I prove it? How in the hell do I prove this to people? See, he's awake. That fella right there, that is the look of being awake. You're shaking your damn head, looking at this, talking about, that ain't no earthquake, son. That ain't no fire. Does that look like a fire to you? Where's all the smoke damage? Oh no, we got a little smoke here. Oh no, maybe a little more there? Oh, there might be some here. We might have had a little fire. But was it hot enough to destroy the building? I don't think so. Are you kidding me? Damn, that's Bossman right there. He's armed. He ain't playing. He talking about y'all ain't gonna talk. You gonna keep your damn mouth shut. It's about what we done here. And that's gonna be that. Otherwise, I'm gonna take this gun and I'm gonna introduce you to what's called buckwheating. And I ain't gonna explain what that is, but if you don't know, look it up. That's what he's gonna do to you. He's gonna do a buckwheating on you if you don't know to keep your mouth shut about what they did here. Look, we attacked it. We tried to take out the obelisk, but it didn't work. Couldn't take down the obelisk. It was too strong. What made a brick, so we couldn't burn it down, you know. They had trouble taking this out too. I mean, that old fire, it just couldn't take it down. I mean, look at that thing. God. Incredible. This is just not fire damage. Were there fires? Yeah. I think the evidence shows that there was fires. Yeah. They showed there was fires in 2001 too, if you remember correctly. And they used the same technology. Do the research, people. Scalar weapons. That's what we're looking at here. Okay. Tesla. He knew about it. He stole it from somebody. Okay. That's scalar weapons. Used the same thing in 2001. Washington, D.C., 1912, National Safe Deposit Savings and Trust, 15th Street and New York Avenue. Got a lot of ghosty people hanging out. I think that, yeah, Fred's right here somewhere, I think. Well, no, I can't see him. No, I thought we could see him. Maybe not. Oh, he's over here. I'm sorry. Fred's right here. I'm sorry. And this is the guy who cleans up the horse poo-poo. If you're wondering where the horse poo-poo is, it's right here. And he's going to get it with that shovel and put it in that bucket. This guy right here. That's his job. That's why you don't see horse poopy on the ground. It's real simple. I mean, look how they hide these doors. They don't want you to see at all what they got going on back here. They don't want to see that that's a ventilation into the lower levels there. Look at the size of that door. Damn. There's a person right there. They're this tall. Okay, they're going to come up to about maybe here. Look at the size of that door. That thing is humongous. Organized in 1967. Organized. So before that, you were unorganized? There's pavement light right there. There's coal hole right there. Coal hole right there. Possible coal hole right there. Coal hole right there. Pavement light right here. There's a drop into the underground right there. Fussel. Okay. Pyramid symbology. Arched windows. Linman. I was thinking Lehman. Oh boy. Okay. Anyways, wow. Super incredible. Clocks are expensive. Cupola, Antiquitech up here. They're just sucking it in. Pyramid symbology there. And what do we got? Man, I must be getting ready for 4th of July. Public toilet for women. Okay. Got a ladder lane here. Got an eagle, aka a phoenix. I'm not saying an eagle is a phoenix. I'm saying that a phoenix is representation of an eagle. It's how they hid the phoenix in our symbology over here. You know, 4th of July is horse shit. You know, American history's horse shit. But, you know, a lot of people still believe in all this crap. So, anyways, this is also Washington, D.C., 1921, Washington Post building on East Street. Chinese and American restaurant. Get your chop suey. That old Antiquitech antenna right there has seen better days. Almost looks like a chintzy Antiquitech antenna repair job. The Chinese people did that one. They couldn't do no better on that job, so they did that. And we got a Mudflood hole right here. Yeah, he knows what's going on. Standard map and guide of Washington, 50 cents. 50 cents? 1921? That sounds like a lot of money. Phoenician. There's your Tartarian owl and an eagle side by side. Very interesting. I haven't seen that before. So you got an eagle and an owl, or a phoenix and an owl. Interesting. Another mud flood hole right there. Boom, down the hole. These windows are really cool. Look at those arches. It kills me when I see this stupid ass writing on these windows. Those are painted on, you know. I mean, it's just ugly. Why would you do that? Ooh, gargoyle. I like them. They're cool. What the hell's that thing? Damn, call up to Juliet. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I'm with Lisa. Hoorah! And going over here and seeing I-1905. Interesting. I don't know. It says 1905. Gargoyle. What a cool building. What we got going here? That's weird. Laurel leaf of control. That's an interesting head right there. Look how these stairs are going up to the new level, first level. It just makes no sense why you would sit down at a drafting table and architecturally think that that is the way to build the entrance to a building. It is absolutely retarded. Dalton. Look at the size of this opening compared to this little dude. Unreal. Muncie. What movies that reminds me of? Muncie, Indiana. And the guy, Tim Robbins. What was that movie? They're singing the Muncie, Indiana song. I don't remember. I don't know what I'm thinking about that for. Okay, anyways, these look like they're scrubbed. They've taken off whatever's there. These windows look like they were, I don't know, they've done something here. This isn't original. They've done something to cover this. I don't know what they've done. You look at the bottom of the building at the detail. Okay, looking up, and then it goes totally plain. They've done something there. They've changed something. I'm not sure what. This thing right here is just ridiculous. Pyramid. There's that three symbol with the three. That's a very interesting symbol. I'd love to know what that is. That reminds me of the flower of life right here. That thing is just wild looking. I don't know. Okay, this is the Flood Mansion, Nob Hill. This is after the San Francisco quote-unquote earthquake and fire. Just look at the size of these fellas here, and there's a fella here. Just look at the scale of that thing. That thing is just ridiculous. Incredible wrought iron work. Oh, fire that doesn't burn wood. You know, it's just really aggravating when you have fire that doesn't burn wood. I mean, you know, I think that there's a third rail system here. Underground pulley system is what that is. It's still in use today. You know, it's just it's odd. What's that say right there? I can't read it. Shoot. I mean, you know, we got a fire that burned this entire freaking structure out here, but it just could not burn the trees. They're still there, not a problem. You know, they're still standing. They didn't burn down, but the building burned down. You know, because that makes sense. And let me give you a little secret here. And you can study this yourself. On that fateful day back in 2001, if you'll remember, this is a crappy subject, but this is the truth. And truth sometimes, you know, what's that old saying? The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. If you haven't looked into how they took the towers down, the simplest explanation I can give you is first they blew the basement, and then they used scalar technology to disintegrate the materials of the building, and they basically used the scalar technology to superheat the molecules in the building. And if you'll remember, there was a lot of people jumping out of the windows that day. And if you think about that, it really doesn't make sense. Why would you jump out of a burning building? Why would you not go higher? Think about that. And if you look even further, you'll find that there were calls of people talking about how they were burning up and how they were wetting their clothing, and how they were standing on the outside of the buildings because they were burning up, and they were well above the fire. Why were they burning up? Think about that. Why were there just totally burned out cars on the ground before the building collapsed? Look into that. Seashells, so those would be Phoenician. And seashell here, Phoenician. But basically the people were getting cooked alive when the scalar technology was getting ready to implode the building. And what they did was a reverse controlled demolition. First in history and last in history. They did it twice in one day. And they reverse demolished the building. That's exactly what they did. See, this is a brick building. You can see the bricks back here. See, this doesn't look brick. That doesn't look brick. That doesn't look brick at all. But, see the inside? It's brick. It's all brick. And in my ignorance, so you can see the facading work here. In my ignorance, I always thought that these buildings were stone buildings. Interesting statue. I mean, look, you got a little bit of scorch here, just a tiny bit, you know. Okay, the fire came out here, it burned up the side here, but does that look like it burned hot enough to burn out the entire building? Have you ever seen a house fire? Does that look like it was on fire with normal fire? This isn't normal fire. This is something else. They did this in California recently too. You think they can level entire neighborhoods? Leave the trees? Think fire does that? When's the last time you saw a fire burn like that? It didn't happen. It's not fire. Not fire as we know it. This is something different. Do the research. You'll understand. And that's just incredible. I mean, look at these trees. They're just right beside the building. And, you know, the heat alone should have just totally destroyed those trees. If this building was this hot that it could just literally just gut the place. It would be hot enough to at some point drop something on these trees that would burn them up. That's flammable material. Last time I checked, trees were flammable. At some point, you can burn a tree. I mean, these guys know. They know what's going on. They know. I don't think you could look at this and think, wow, that makes sense. That's a fire damage. It doesn't look like fire damage. Was there fire? Yes. And we can see from the pictures there was fire. Yes, there was fire. What kind of fire? Not all fire is the same. Anyways, the truth will set you free. But first it'll piss you off. This is BEAGS out.
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.